Welcome to Coach's Corner Cat fans. Thanks for joining me again on this, I guess it's a Wednesday today. Sometimes we do it Monday, Tuesday. Just depends on how our schedules work out with Mike and I. So looking forward to the week with Anna, which we will play our first home game. So that's exciting, 7 o'clock on Friday night. I think the weather's supposed to be good. We've had great weather for the games this year, so that's awesome. So let's review the Fort Recovery game from last week. Fort, unfortunately for them, came in really wounded. Their starting quarterback got hurt in their first game of the year, and he had a rib injury and a lung injury, and I think he'll be back here shortly, but he couldn't play last week, and so unfortunately the backup is actually a pretty good quarterback, but he's also one of their defensive backs and best receiver. So so it took away from a dual guy who's a really good player, and then missing their quarterback. They had a linebacker, a tight end, and kicker, same guy, all three starting spots that got hurt the week before. And so they were wounded, and we got off to actually they got off to a pretty good start. They had a nice drive, but didn't score. Took up 7.5 minutes of the first quarter. And then we got on a pretty good second quarter roll. I think we got scored 21 and had 21 at half. And then the third quarter, I think we got 21 more, something like that. But so I feel for Fort Recovery. Hopefully they'll get healthy and get those guys back. We did stay healthy last week, so that's a good sign. We I don't know if I mentioned this last week. Joggy Bruggeman, Jack Broering, broke his thumb a couple weeks ago in practice, and then tried to play through it for a couple weeks and did, but finally he got it x-rayed, and so he's going to be out anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, I think. So hopefully we'll get him back for that last stretch with New Bremen, Versailles, and Marion. So feel good about last week's game. We did a better job of getting different guys the ball, I would say. At least rushing the ball. Luke Sudoff came back and is getting healthier each week, coming off that knee injury from last year, so he's getting in shape. And that was good to see Luke get about 50, 60 yards rushing. So that's going to really help us if we can get him really healthy and feeling good. So Anna coming in this week. Anna comes in at 2-1. They played pretty well last week against St. Henry. Ended up winning by I guess probably a couple touchdowns. So I'm sure they're feeling good. Their quarterback got hurt in the preseason, but their backup is a sophomore who's just seems like each week watching the film that he's got a little bit better each week, feeling more comfortable. They do have some pretty good skill guy receivers. They have their running back from last year, who was a good player, has moved to more of a receiver spot, and he's probably their number one weapon. But they do have a running back that's also pretty good. Their quarterback is not really a runner, but they do a lot of quick passing game and make it look like runs and get the ball out quick and make some plays. Defensively, I would say they don't have any great players that jump out at you, but what they do they mix their defenses up really well with just different looks and different fronts and different blitzes, and so they do a good job that way, which makes it a little more difficult to try to figure out when they're going to call certain things and what plays you hope will work against those certain things. And so that's a concern, that those different fronts and different stunts make it difficult for us for our O-line to block their different looks, and then make some big plays. So like I said, Anna is coming to Coldwater, so we'll be back in black. Sometimes the players say we got our black jerseys back on. 7 o'clock start now in the MAC. Always MAC games are 7 o'clock. So hopefully we can get a good crowd for that home opener. Let's go to a couple spotlight like I always do with seniors, and also some really great support staff guys. So on the support staff side, I'm going the film our film crew, of course, Mike does the sideline films that he makes a highlight tape at the end of the year. He also does the Cav football website that he and I are sitting here together as we're making this making the Coach's Corner. So Mike's been doing this a long time, and you know, he just puts in, you know, has donated his time, you know, to just have fun and make these highlights so people can remember them. He's got grandsons, you know, that have played and are in coming up. So he's still involved and likes it not only because he likes the film part, but he's got his grandsons playing, so that makes it fun. So appreciate all what Mike does for us. Scott Kramer is our from the press box view. Really, we have really good equipment. We just got even upgraded our huddle end zone camera, but Scott does a really good job from the press box. He knows how to, you know, zero in and just doesn't miss any plays. So he does a heck of a job for us. So thanks, Scott. Rob Schmidt runs the end zone camera, and certainly that really helps us during the game where we can see those end zone films on the sideline. And then on Saturday mornings and Tuesday morning, I always bring in the linemen come in, and we have Donut Tuesday mornings and rewatch our film from the end zone camera especially, so you can get a close up visual right behind the O line and D line, and so that really helps. So Rob runs that. Our stat guys, two stat guys that have been with us forever, Chris Crone and Rod Stogler. They really enjoy it too. They've been doing it a long time, since John was here, and you know, they have the stats ready for us the very next morning. I send the tackles to Chris. Chris has a you know, he just sends out a mass media guide or media with all the stats and all that kind of stuff. So fortunately, I don't have to do any of that, and so we appreciate what Chris and Rod do for us, play by play. You know, they take the notes and then they put it on the computer, and they get things done. So thanks to those 5-6 guys that really help us and takes time to do all that stuff if you don't have guys that are willing to really want to do that stuff. And then our player spotlight, I'm going to go to, like I said, I'm going to go numerically. So the next on the list was number 12, Justin Kaup, and number 16, John Mullenkamp. Similar, it's kind of interesting that as I've done this, several of the pairs have been similar kind of guys. But Justin and John, Justin is a football, basketball, baseball guy, so he's a three-sporter, and John is a football, basketball guy. Both real smart guys that you know, eventually whatever they do, they'll be good at it, because they're both smart guys that have always taken care of their schoolwork. Both of them have had two brothers. John's two older brothers played for us, and then Justin, his brother, last year was a senior, and then he has a sophomore brother. So both of them, there'll be three Kaups and 3 Mullenkamps go through the program. So that's a little bit unique. They offensively and defensively, similar positions. I guess Justin's more of an outside linebacker, tight end, and John's more of a receiver, DB. But Justin is also our kicker, and he's taken over the punting job this year too. So he's doing a really good job. I think he's however many touchdowns we have this year, he's perfect on those. He's got 2 field goals already, and he's kicking off really well. He's getting it down inside the 10 every time and kicking it high, so our coverage guys can get down there. John is on that kickoff team with Justin. So hopefully those guys continue to seniors continue to help our team win ball games, and good, really good quality kids that will be successful as they move on after senior year. So Anna is coming to Coldwater for our home opening game, 7 o'clock this Friday night. Hope to see you there. Thank you.